Look around this thing. That's interesting. That's not right, is it?
Okay, my question was, and this is before I explain the Back to the Future thing, but my question was, your Coca-Cola, well, yeah, okay, couple questions now. Your Coca-Cola, does it have cane sugar in it, or is it high fructose corn syrup?
No, I think we have cane sugar.
Really?
We have fructose. I don't know though, let me check.
Yeah, dude, please check. I need to know.
Usually I drink zero. But...
Which has aspartame, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which, yeah. Lesser of two evils, I don't know. Let me see around. Yeah, mine just says carbonated water, sugar. Colour.
Sugar. Yeah. Yeah, it's sugar.
Phosphoric acid.
Yeah, it's cane sugar.
Caffeine. So what does yours say on it? What's yours got?
High fructose corn syrup, yeah. But the cool thing is, we have access to Mexican Coke, which is cane sugar. So, you know, the like sort of hipstery gourmet craft people, you see them usually with a bottle of Mexican Coke. Mexican Coke is like a higher standard. So if you go to someone, you know, who's sort of like hip and stuff, if you go to their house, they'll offer you a Mexican Coke and they'll say, "Would you like a Mexican Coke?" You know, it's like a treat. Yeah, it's like, "Would you like a craft beer? Would you like a Mexican Coke?" It's like the first time Mexico and craft, like something crafty, has been usually means something bad. Would you like a Mexican Fender? Although Mexican Fenders are preferred to the Chinese ones, which I guess are they Chinese? Well, no, the Mexican Fenders are quite good, but they're still considered lower than the American ones. I don't know, man. I had a Mexican Fender and I loved it. It was great, and I ended up selling it for like 3 times what I paid for it.
Yeah, it's nice, mate. They were good. So there was a certain period when the Mexican ones were top, mate. So
they're still sought after. People want the Mexican Fenders. Whatever. Yep. But okay. Second question. Before I explain the Back to the Future thing, I promise I'll get to that. Second question is, clearly you prefer Coke to Pepsi, yeah? Oh.
That's a difficult one. I don't know, man. They're not. I don't know. I do like Pepsi, but Coke is better. Yeah.
Is it because there's some flavor that Coke has that you can't put your finger on it? Is it that thing, or is it like Pepsi's too sweet?
I mean, they're both ultra sweet. I love sweet, so that's fine. I think Pepsi's more sweet, which is why I like it. But yeah, Coke is probably a bit more cleaner tasting, if I can actually say that about Coca-Cola based on what it is. Yeah, Coke.
So apparently, the special ingredient in Coke is Coke.
That's what it used to be. Yeah.
No, it used to be. So they used it for the flavor and caffeine replaced the buzz it gives you, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it actually has coca leaf, like ultra processed, so that it has no negative effects and no stimulating effects, but it does give it its special flavor. That's what gives it the flavor. I look it up, man. You didn't know that? I didn't know that either. I found this out.
I always knew that
in the past. Yeah.
In fact, I was even explaining it to my kids the other day, you know. But I didn't know. Obviously, it doesn't remotely surprise me that there's some kind of long lost distant derivative. It is still, but they somehow managed to manufacture out in terms of it being. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, 11's fine.
Yeah, man, it's got cocaine in it.
I was more shocked by the fact that well, actually not shocked at all, but that fructose shit is pretty bad. Sugar's bad, but that stuff on the level. Right.
All right, so you don't have a preference. I sort of, when it comes to like the regular straight up Pepsi versus Coke, I prefer Coca-Cola because I feel like Pepsi is too sweet. When I was younger, I liked Pepsi better because it was too sweet, but as I get older, sweetness doesn't quite have the same pull with me that it used to. So I'm more about Coke, but surprisingly, that I feel like Diet Pepsi is better than Diet Coke. But, or like you said, the Zero, right?
Yeah.
The Coke Zero is pretty good too. But Pepsi doesn't put aspartame in their diet drinks, and I think that to me is better. I don't know, but you know, I still can't think of a third movie that was better than the first.
There aren't many, mate. There might not be any. Do you know what I mean?
And yeah.
Lord of the Rings is obviously a very solid trilogy.
But that doesn't count. That's one movie.
That is sort of one movie. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one movie. Okay, so one sec. Nino, once you sign off the title, the vehicle's no longer yours. Like the minute you sign it. So like if I were selling my car to you and you came over and I signed the title, that means I'm signing it. I'm relinquishing my liability. So if you didn't put it in your name or whatever, I would not be liable. The minute I sign off on it, the court, according to like the legal definition, I'm no longer liable for that vehicle. Sorry, Race. I just had to. I was supposed to type all that out, but that's just going to take way too long. It's easier for me to just say it.
Yeah, no shit.
Okay, so what we were saying about the time travel not making sense was why is it when Biff, what Nino's friend Joe said is, why is it when Biff goes back to 1955 and gives the book to himself, right, and changes the future, how is he able to bring the DeLorean back to the original time? I mean, it's one of those convenient plot devices, right? They needed to get the DeLorean back, so they did. But if he were to go to the future from that time that he's now altered, wouldn't he then go to the altered future, not the real future? Or not the regular, the alternate being the A timeline, and then the regular one being the regular timeline, right?
I'll work out in a minute. I can't really think that through at the moment. I know what you're talking about. I think it does make sense if you look at it from a certain perspective. I'll figure it out in a minute.
Because think about it, when Marty and Doc go back to 1985, it's already the President Biff, or the whatever, he's the casino mayor or whatever he is. It's that timeline. So wouldn't Biff had returned, like old man Biff, when he comes back brings the DeLorean back to them, he would then be going to that future, not the one where they would be essentially trapped in 2015, because Biff wouldn't be able to come back to that time. He's already altered it, and I don't know.
Possibly.
There's a lot of inconsistencies, man.
Doc explains it in that film, right?
I think he explains it at the chalkboard, right? Where he says that, like, the time frame has changed, but it didn't change until they went back, or something like that, right? Or I can't remember if he says that or not.
There's something like that, yeah. fuck me, I'm just getting vaporized every time, man. What's going on?
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm dying like crazy.
Okay, it's not just me then.
No. Yeah. But my whole thing was that the entire, like, their concept of time travel is completely broken anyway, because like when Marty goes to the future, it would be like, you know, they were saying like Flight of the Navigator, where he'd be disappeared. He wouldn't run into his future self because he's missing, because he left in 1985. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, like, if you got in a time machine right now and went to 2030, say, right? And you got there, and you'd be like, hey, what's up, man? Are you on PS8 or whatever? And I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? Where have you been for 15 years? Like, you know what I mean? It wouldn't be like, oh, there's two razors here. It'd be like, one of you, well, you, the only you, has been missing for 15 years.
Yeah, that only happens if you go back and you see an older version of yourself, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly, because it already happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. No one really knows. You can't really truly say whether something's right or wrong, is it? Because you haven't developed the ability to time travel, so you don't really know how it works.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that too.
I like to just go, what I thought about it. It's better.
Yeah, you can't think with any time travel. Even like, I don't think anyone's gotten it right. I know Bill and Ted. Did you see there's a new Bill and Ted movie?
Yeah, of course. I haven't watched it. I don't know it's not out yet, is it?
Have you seen the trailer?
No, I don't really want to watch the trailer. I just want to watch it.
Oh, okay. That's right. You don't watch trailers to movies you know you're gonna watch, right?
Sure. Trailer is to make me watch a film I would have otherwise watched. I don't need that.
What about the hype? What about the hype?
I don't. Hype's never a good thing. Nothing lives up to it.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Nothing lives up to the hype, man.
Oh, this is one of those floors that has a bunch of pylons. Shame. Already at the boss. Oh, I can't attack anymore. That's going to be a problem going forward. If I run, I need to devour corpses to recharge my essence, right? And if I don't have a primary attack and I run out of essence, then I'm screwed.
Yeah, there are some things you can do about that.
The skellies, maybe?
Skills. Yeah, some of the skills can drop you bodies. If you are genuinely have a problem with that, you might want to consider putting the golem on. Because there's a couple of rooms on him, I'm pretty sure, where you'll give bodies somehow. Definitely a legendary piece of gear that's got a skill on it that gives you, that makes the golem just drop bodies. And there's a room on it. It's worth having a look, mate, if you get short on that side.
I didn't claim my reward. Alright.
Yeah, I mean, I do get what you're saying about the second one in terms of it doesn't make any sense from the start because Marty McFly wouldn't be there because, like you say, he left. Right, but then maybe that doesn't really trigger until you come back so you complete that time.
No, he wouldn't be there. He would never. He would never be there.
As long as you come back, As long as you come back to that same point in time.
But that's the thing. If you're jumping in time, you
jump forward.
Yeah, and you're gone. You can exist in both times.
You're not there. Yeah. But if you then do what you need to do there and then come back,
then you would exist again.
Then you would exist again because
but you could never run into yourself in the future, though.
I don't know. There's just some weird paradoxes. That is the time travel paradox, right? It's all that stuff, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I just twist your brain up. Really, there are no real true answers. I don't think.
No, probably not. And there's no third movie that's better than the original. Good God. I'm racking my brain here, man. Oh, I got one. I finally got one. Prisoner of Azkaban. Prisoner of Azkaban is the best Harry Potter movie, too.
It's one off, for sure.
That one or Half-Blood Prince. Those are the two best ones. Half-Blood Prince is amazing. That was a great, another haunting soundtrack.
Yeah, I need to watch them again, really. But I sort of tend to look at them as Christmas time movies now.
Yeah, those are winter movies, dude. Yeah, those are not summer movies. Summer is like a beer and something else.
I just did that whole riff with the one record. Somehow I managed to equip this guy. Why am I struggling? Not that really affects my skittiness. Have you started using the other gems yet?
No, I'm using the same three.
Yeah, me too. Until I've got the other one already leveled up to use it. And I'll switch it in. If not, there's no way of really fairly comparing it.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you're...
I still haven't hit a wall, man. I still have yet to hit the wall.
No, I don't think we have we? Really? When I died a few times, I wasn't really paying attention, which is maybe why that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yep. But yeah, Prisoner of Azkaban's better than the first Harry Potter movie. So yeah, there's a 3 that's better. And that's not it's not like Lord of the Rings where it's one movie. Those were actually 3 separate movies. And I'd argue they actually got better as they went along for the most part.
100% Harry Potter is one of those ones where it does get better and better as it goes.
Although I still think 3 is really, really good, if not the best.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. I mean, it's got...
It's the director, man, Alfonso Cuarón. The best.
What's his name? It's always great. Whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about... I cannot believe I can't... Gary Oldman. Ugh. Yeah, dude. Did you see that movie he did where he plays... No, you haven't? Oh, dude, you need to see that movie, man.
Yeah. I will.
Churchill. He plays Churchill, dude. Oh, it's so good. That movie made me weep. His speech. Oh, good shit, man. But yeah, Gary Oldman's good in everything.
Yeah.
He's like Christian Bale.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first one where it starts to feel sluggy. It's very good. I mean, there's not a lot else, really.
Batman, the Dark Knight movie, I think was better than the original. But not Rises. I think the second one was the best.
It's an incredible movie, mate.
I know, man. Wait, are you talking about Begins or Dark Knight?
I'm talking about all 3 generally, but I'm actually saying, obviously there's nothing worth talking about which one's better. But the The third one is a great way of finishing that trilogy, man. It does a top bang-up job, man. I know some people have their problems with it, but people tend to find problems. You want to find problems with things.
I thought it was great. I liked the third one.
Loved it.
Not as good as the other two, for sure, but it's as good as the first, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Two was just
all it is Heath Ledger short of being as good as the second one. That's really the only difference.
Yeah, no, it wasn't just Heath though, dude. I mean, there was a lot of things going on with that second movie. That movie was just, Nolan was on fire too. I mean, it was just, you know.
Speaking of Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk.
I haven't.
Good. Should watch that.
Yeah, I need. There's so many movies I need to watch, man. The list is long. That's definitely one of them.
That's a very nice movie, especially for a war movie.
Nice movie. Why do you describe it that way?
It's just nice in that it's, most war movies are fucking intense, gore and shit, right? The brutality, the reality of it, and this is not. It's focused on that. That's all.
Really? That just made me want to watch it even more.
Oh, it's great, mate. You just need to watch it because Christopher Nolan does a war film about an actual event in the war. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, they reference it in the movie where Gary Oldman plays Churchill, which is I can't think of the name.
Yeah.
But it centers around Dunkirk, right? Which everyone says Dunkirk, and it's Dunkirk. Is it Metal Gear or is it Metal Gear?
Metal Gear.
So, like, everyone I know calls it Metal Gear, right? But in the actual game, Snake calls it Metal Gear.
Yeah.
Not Metal Gear.
Yeah, not Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. Yeah, 2 words. Rather, or 1 word.
Yeah, the emphasis is different, right? So.
Yes. Oh, it's got that much better chest piece. That's good.
I got a Ramaldini's gift. Ronald McDonald's gift.
Oh.
Huh?
I've almost got a full Rathamus set.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm like 4 pieces in, I think, on mine.
Some work to do.
So yeah, Harry Potter. that's my vote.
It's a good shout, mate. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna look through my movies. This because my brain just doesn't work when it comes to these things. Like if someone, you know what I mean? If you're like, I have to like literally look at a list.
I mean, there's just not many, is there really? Which is a good thing. It's just that's why they are getting out of it.
I'm gonna actually look at my movies because that'll give me the best list, right?
Yep.
My movies. Empire Strikes Back's definitely better than the original movie.
Yeah, we covered that.
I'll fight anyone for that.
Of course, it's not really a favorite.
No.
I still really like
You like what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Oh no, I'm serious. I'm not being like facetious. Like I didn't hear you. Oh, Return of the Jedi. Yes. Yeah. No, Return of the Jedi is fantastic. We were born on. So there's a. Do you know about the age thing?
No.
So you were born after 1980, correct?
Born in 1980.
Yeah. So therefore, you enjoy Return of the Jedi. If you were born before 1980, you don't like Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, I get it. It's fine.
Because we were young enough that the Ewoks didn't annoy us, or turn us like put us off. So for the people that were born before us, the Ewoks kind of put them off.
Yeah,
I didn't know this.
Same as episode 1, right? So they explain to other people. I'm like,
please don't compare them to Jar Jar.
Personally, I like it. I like episode 1 for a lot of reasons.
I do too. It has its moments. Mostly Qui-Gon.
What I've learned, what I've seen, is that Lucas was not trying to sell the movie to us. He was trying to sell us no goods, and for me, really like it. He loves the Clone Wars as well. So that's kind of, where that's coming from.
I could see that. I think he went a bit far, and I feel like the plot was really convoluted, but
yeah, absolutely. Crazy with all sorts of things. Most of all the CGI.
Yeah, unnecessary, and it just didn't look. It didn't look like a Star Wars movie at all. That's one of the things I did appreciate about the sequel trilogy, was that it looked like a Star Wars film. Like the buildings looked like Star Wars buildings. The ships on the inside looked like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Star Wars always had that sort of scruffy, dirty, like grimy aesthetic, and that was lost on the prequels. Everything was like shiny and clean, and it just didn't.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But we're still looking for a part 3 here. Hangover 3 was terrible. Sorry, it was the only sequel that I've been scrolling, and that's the only sequel I've seen thus far. Bond movies do not count, correct?
Lethal Weapon 3 is a good contender.
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. So Lethal Weapon 1 is amazing.
Never seen that.
Oh, Jesus, mate, you need to watch Lethal Weapon.
I know, it's hard for me to watch Mel Gibson now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why don't you like him?
You remember his whole thing? I don't even want to draw attention to it, but do you remember his whole like drunken racist tirade thing?
I don't know how quickly that was covered over here at the time.
Oh, was it?
Sort of vaguely half remember something happening, but I don't really remember what it was.
Yeah, that was a big deal. That was a big deal. I feel bad for him. I mean, fuck, dude. We all fuck up, you know? But yeah, it is kind of hard for me like to look at him the same way after that. It really is. Transformers. Saw 3? Did you watch Saw 3?
I've got Saw on DVD and I've never watched it. I'm too afraid to watch that film.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, you should watch it. I've actually seen the first one, but that's it. It's really for people who like to watch people get tortured, I think.
Yeah, it's torture porn. It's fucking wrong. I don't want to watch that. It just makes me gut feel wrong. So this is me. I don't want this.
I would say the Bourne Ultimatum is better than the Bourne Supremacy, but it's not better than the Bourne Identity. So 3 is better than 2.
The Solid Trilogy mentioning itself is hard. Still a solid trilogy.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Deadpool 2 was not as good as Deadpool 1. There's no part 3 yet. But you're right about the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's definitely better than the Predator movies. Good lord, nothing will ever beat the first one. Terminator 2 was better than Terminator 1.
Yes.
Sorry.
Very rare that sequel is better than the original.
That movie was just... That movie is still fucking good. Like, you put that movie on now, and it's still like, wow.
Yeah, still relevant. I think even more so. Way more now than it was back then, actually.
Ooh, Godfather. God, the third one is so bad.
I've seen it, it's alright, it's just...
It's bad, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's... By itself, it's fine. I think it's a fine movie. When you consider that it's... If it was named anything else, it would be fine, I think. But because it's The Godfather, it's just not as... Nowhere near the other two. Inception was so good. They never made a sequel to that. Is Ride Along 2 better than Ride Along 1? I've never seen either.
No, I've seen either. I tried to actually watch one of those.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's got Q.
Yeah, Q is cool.
What's his name?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart, yeah. Honestly, this happens maybe once or twice in 100 movies I watch.
Oh.
5 minutes into it, and I was just like, I watched this. This just feels terrible to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
It's Kevin Hart. It's Kevin Hart. I think he's a nice guy. He's a good person. Yeah, he's a good stand-up, but I don't know what it is about him in movies. I just can't stand his voice, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he's in The Secret Life of Pets, and he plays the bunny, and I was just like, who is this I hate this fucking bunny. And I look it up online.
It's kind of funny.
It does. It does work, but God, I can't stand him. Dude, I can't find a part 3. That fucking...
I'll leave it with you and you can spread that wider, but there aren't many. Just doesn't exist.
Yeah, you're right. All right. When I was a kid, I liked Return of the Jedi better than A New Hope. You know what? Even now, I think I like Return of the Jedi. I loved Return of the Jedi.
There was a game that came out around about the time, and you could do the speeder bike bit in the end of Forest. And then if you got past that, it sort of changed to like a platform or something, and then it went back to something else. And you got to do a trench run, and it was mega.
What was that for? Was that like a computer game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there was a series of Star Wars games on the SNES, which were epic. But this was before those, and this was probably a different developer and everything.
All right. So here we go.
So might have been an arcade game as well.
Oh yeah, dude! I think I know what you're talking about. When you're on Endor on the speeder bike, yeah, that is an arcade game.
Isometric with an isometric view.
And is it like what is it, where it's like the outlines, the black screen?
Well, that was the original Star Wars. It didn't look like that. This one is full of colour now. Here it is.
Okay, so quickly going back to the trilogy, I found a article from EmpireOnline.com, and it's called "The 33 Greatest Movie Trilogies." Oh, did you just send me something? You did.
Yeah,
Return. Oh yeah! Holy shit! I remember this game.
Go through tree trunks.
Yeah, Return of the Jedi arcade video game by Atari. Wow. Wow, dude, I'd completely fucking forgot about this. Everything. Yeah, that was good. That was a good game. Yeah, you destroyed the reactor. Oh my gosh, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, that's one that doesn't get emulated. So it's like I fucking forgot about it.
and stuff.
It's sort of funny how you could just block out certain things because, like, a lot of, and I've found this to be true with my memories as well, is that like everything starts getting real limited because I'm guessing it's taking up hard drive space in your brain, right? So you sort of start deleting files automatically. Because like if I tell you like, oh, Rays, remember like 1986, right? You're going to think of like the same memories that you always attribute to 1986. You're not going to think of something new, right? It's always like the same. What do you have, like maybe like a highlight reel for the 80s? And it's like those same memories, right? It's sort of funny how that happens. So anyway, Jersey Trilogy was considered number 33. Did you ever watch those? Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy?
Got a special limited edition signed box set of them.
Okay, so you're a fan then, right?
Yeah, you could say so. I ordered it from a website called ViewAskew, which was his own website.
Oh yeah, ViewAskew. Yeah, that's his website. Well, I don't think any. I as much as I love Mallrats and Chasing Amy, and I know Chasing Amy's his. I think it's.
I love Mallrats.
But I don't think any of them are better per se than the original Clerks. The original Clerks has just got something.
Yeah, exactly.
Chasing Amy, I think, is a better film, like technically. You know what I mean? Like for all, like if you were like to score it, if you were to score it as a film, it's a better film. But Clerks is, but just the fact that I guess Chasing Amy is in the discussion with Clerks, that's an interesting one. Hannibal Lecter, nah, dude, no way. Oh, I don't know. I enjoy Red Dragon. I wouldn't say it's better than Silence of the Lambs, though, but I love Red Dragon. It's definitely better than... So the Hannibal Lecter trilogy would be Silence of the Lambs is number 1, Hannibal is number 2, which they, of course, replaced Jodie Foster with... what's her name? Boogie Nights... Redhead...
Yeah, no.
Big Lebowski. Julianne Moore. Julianne Moore replaced... I hate when they do that in movies. Never works.
Red Dragon, original one.
Red Dragon is the third one. And that's Edward Norton.
No, that isn't. Red Dragon is the first one. I've got the DVD of it. It's like an 80s film.
Yeah, but that Hannibal Lecter's not in that. So the 2002 remake with Edward Norton, they put Hannibal Lecter in it. Wait, what?
No,
He's in the original one, like the 80s horror film?
yeah, I'm gonna look it up. He's got the guy, I can't remember his name. He's in CSI. He's like the main CSI guy. I know they did another Red Dragon. I know it's got Edward Norton in it. It is, but there was another one. It might not be called Red Dragon actually.
I think I know what you're talking about. It's about a different serial killer though, isn't it?
Might be, it might not. I'm sure there's.
It's like isn't it like a slasher film? I remember them saying that Red Dragon was a remake. I do remember that. Manhunter. That's the film, 1986.
It's got Hannibal Lecter in it, but it isn't Hannibal.
Oh, it is Hannibal Lecter.
It's a good movie, mate.
Jesus Christ. I did not know that. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a rabbit hole I'm gonna go down later. Wow.
Yeah,
okay, so that's a topic for another day. I'm moving that trilogy to the side for now. I love.
It's about fundamentally he's trying to catch a different serial killer, but then in Silence of the Lambs he's trying to catch a different serial killer.
Yeah, that's what the remake is too.
This is,
interesting. I've never seen the Mission Impossible movies.
I've got a lot of them, mate. I enjoy those. They're good films.
I like Tom Cruise. I've never seen the Trilogy of the Dead either. Good God, I need to watch more movies.
That's good stuff. Oh, mate. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead, 1968. Dawn of the Dead, 1978. And Day of the Dead, 1985.
Dawn of the Dead is just it's the best one.
So that's the middle one.
That's the middle one.
The Mariachi Trilogy. Also haven't seen these. Good God. El Mariachi, if you want the correct pronunciation. Desperado. And Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Never seen that.
You never seen Desperado, dude?
Oh, Desperado, yeah, that's a bit ridiculous. I don't really like that. I know a lot of people seem to like that, but
I've seen bits and pieces. They did not work for me either.
He's got a gun in a fucking guitar case. It just seemed a bit goofy to me.
Agreed. Manhunter.
There you go. I've got a super special edition DVD, Anchor Bay collection of Manhunter.
Yeah, there it is. It's a numbered fucking DVD.
Yeah, I used to buy a lot of these things, mate.
Dude, you know these things, they're gonna go up and they're gonna become a novelty again. I guarantee it, man.
I spent a lot of money on them, mate.
Well, dude, if cassette tapes could make a comeback, anything could make a comeback, dude.
Yeah. There you go, like 100,000 copies. It's not that limited.
Jesus.
But hey.
96,000. Come on, Rays. You're right at the end of the line, buddy. You're right at the end of the line.
Yeah, actually, I was lucky.
Fair enough.
That's crap. Anyway, yeah, it's a good movie. You should watch that if you've not seen it and you enjoy the Hannibal Lecter.
I do. I actually love Red Dragon the best of the. Although I can see where people would certainly not say that it's better than Silence of the Lambs. For me, personally, I enjoyed Red Dragon more. I fucking loved it.
To the point where I can only remember like a couple of scenes from each across all of those movies. So it's about time for me to start watching them again.
Oh, definitely, dude. Remember in Hannibal, he feeds the guy his own brains? Remember that scene?
I know, it's absolutely crazy.
Millennium Trilogy, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. The girl. Yes, it is Ray Liotta. I was trying to think of who it was. It is Ray Liotta. I couldn't remember who it was. I've never seen these movies either. Girl with Dragon Tattoo, Girl Who Played with Fire, Girl Who Kicked the Hornet's Nest. That's another trilogy. The Blade trilogy, I would definitely say Blade 2 was better than Blade 1. Although I enjoyed both.
Yeah.
No, you don't think so? I thought 2 was better. Guillermo del Toro directed the second one. No wonder.
Did he?
Yeah. First one was Stephen Norrington. It sounds like a Brit. And then David Goyer directed the third one.
Fair play.
Chris Christopherson was so good in those movies. Stephen Dorff, Ron Perlman, Ryan Reynolds, Jessica Biel. Dude, those were good movies, man.
Yeah.
People were like crying when...
The one when they introduced Ryan Reynolds was just terrible. I couldn't even watch that.
Oh, the third one? Yeah, that was bad. Mighty Ducks trilogy, dude. Oh, come on. Nothing's better than the first one.
I didn't know there was 2 more of those movies.
You've never seen the second? The second one's decent. If you enjoy the first Mighty Ducks, watch the second. It's on Disney Plus. Yeah, it's there.
I'll check it out.
It's good. You gotta watch the first one first, though. Watch the first one first. Make your kid watch it. You know, go buy him a hockey stick, and then watch the second one. Austin Powers trilogy. I honestly do think I laughed more for Goldmember than I did for the other two. But the first one is hilarious. I didn't like the second one, and then the third one, I was like choking laughing for some things. So I would say Goldmember is another one for me personally, where the third one is better. So we're finding a few here: Red Dragon, Goldmember. There has to be colors involved. Mad Max, no.
I quite like Beyond Thunderdome.
Please don't tell me Beyond Thunderdome.
I like it.
Really?
Yeah.
But after Road Warrior?
Explore. Yeah, of course, it's not. It's nothing compared to the other two, but the fact that in that one, they explore post-apocalyptic world more.
Mm.
You know.
So it's worth a watch, because I've never even seen it. Everyone's just been like, don't even bother.
I like it. It's totally different in some respects. The thing about Max is there's not a lot of substance to it anyway, so you can't really drag that out onto the movie without actually changing, having the storyline go somewhere. It doesn't really go anywhere in the first two.
Nino bought it on, I think he bought it on his, we share like the online streaming passwords with each other, and I think he owns the third one, so. There's an Infernal Affairs trilogy. I've never seen any of those movies, but apparently The Departed...
I've always heard that you need to know what to watch Infernal Affairs.
The Departed is based off of that film, yeah?
Yeah, there's a couple of films that are basically a cover. It's called a cover.
Let's see, what else is there? Terminator 1 through 3. Yeah, we've already covered that. Nothing's better than 2. I would put it in the Mount Rushmore of action films. Would that be in your Mount Rushmore? Yeah, T2.
Yeah, it's in all time top 5 films.
Yeah. I mean action films. Oh, you mean films, period.
Films too,
yeah. And that's, no one would question that. That movie's fantastic. Definitely top 5 action film for me, for sure.
I still part of me slightly worried that will happen one day.
Wait, are you talking about Skynet or the liquid metal Terminator? And
no, I'm talking about Skynet.
Oh yeah, me too. You know, that almost happened, right? So
Probably.
I was listening to the Rogan podcast, and he had these like UFO experts on recently, and I don't know if this is true or not. This is just what they said, right? So take it with a grain of salt. They said that some rockets or something malfunctioned in Montana or something during the Cold War, like in the 80s, and they were like set to fucking launch, and some fucking UFO came and stopped it, basically. Or that happened in Russia. It happened in Russia, not here, during the Cold War. And like the general did an interview with someone or other where he basically talks about it. The guy who was like the main defense ministry or whatever minister for Russia at the time talks about it, where like basically they almost fucked up and launched some nukes, and some fucking unknown object came and fucking like went into their system and stopped it. Yeah, I know, right? It's just, I feel weird even saying it. Like, as I'm saying it, I just feel like fucking silly saying it, but that's what they said. I'm just relaying information here. Not saying I believe it, but yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, nothing surprised me really.
But that's your fear, right? The whoops, or no? You're scared more of like the AI, right?
About
like
AI, I'm talking about drones. I'm talking about.
Well, dude, fucking, what's his name pulled back on it? What does that tell you? Yeah, he pulled back. They were going really hard on the research, and all of a sudden he just fucking backed out of it and just said, never mind. Yeah, because I mean it is true, dude. I mean AI, if it did, I mean, I don't know, man. I came to that conclusion too. Nothing. You want to save the planet? Get rid of us. You know what I mean? They'll fucking save everything. Everything will be fine. We're the problem. We're the X factor, and it wouldn't take an AI to very long to figure that out. Like, these guys are a fucking plague.
It's the same as the Matrix, and the Matrix is the same, based around that same concept.
Yeah. Well, dude, did you hear? Okay, so speaking of fucking, so I was going down the rabbit hole of like these existential writers and these geniuses, right? And there was this one guy who was saying like, statistically speaking, right? He was like this mathematician and like a genius. He was it? I don't want to say it was Hawking, but it was somebody like that, right? And he was saying that like it's way more likely that we're in a simulation than we're not.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's called simulation theory, isn't it?
Yeah, and so like I got about halfway through reading that, and I just was like, dude, I need to go to sleep tonight, so I'm just not even gonna fucking finish this article right now. Like I genuinely got scared. Like, you know, like fucking watching a horror film, you get scared and you're just like, nah, I don't want to do this right now. Like I got scared reading that article, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simulation theory, is that what it's called? I'd never heard of it before, dude. I was just like, what the fuck?
You know, it's got scientific kind of research, or what you would call it, theory. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm thinking the same guy. So I want to work a lot like that.
Yeah, me either. I'm like, well, I could invest energy into this, but there's really no way for me to prove this, right? Because if they were to right, because if they were able to prove it, they'd have proven it, right? And they're not. They haven't proved it. So what chance do I stand of proving this theory? So I'm just going to stay up all night thinking about this. I'm not going to sleep. And yeah, that's I don't want to do that. It's sort of like, I think that's the difference between like being 30 and being like 20 is knowing not to go. You know what I mean? Like when you're 20, like you'll go there, like you'll have this thought and you'll just chase it down to its logical conclusion, or to what you consider a logical conclusion. But as you get older, you kind of realize that sometimes, like, it's sort of the when to hold them and when to fold them. Like, you just know when to fold them. Like, nah, not gonna do that. Man, I have a lot of shards, so I gotta go sell these shards. Skynet. Fucking Skynet. So, X-Men trilogy, I would say the second one is better than the first one, although the first one's really good and the third one sucked.
I can't remember which one the third one was now.
The third one was the first Dark Phoenix attempt.
Vaguely remember that not. I've got the first and the second one.
Yes, and you don't have the third one, and I promise you, Raze, there's a good reason for that. It's a Brett Ratner film. It's X-Men 3, a Brett Ratner film.
What other things he's done?
What is it? The Jackie Chan, Chris Tucker movies?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Not too bad.
No, they're not bad, but, you know, to put a Brett Ratner film, it's like you're some artsy director. I don't know. He did something else, too, that was really good. I forget what it was. I was like, oh, shit, he directed this? Bryan Singer directed the first two. Naked Gun trilogy? Meh. I don't really like those types of movies.
Yeah, I don't think they really count in discussion anymore. Things like that. It's like...
They're pretty high on this list, though. They're number 19. Like, they're ranked ahead of those other trilogies I've brought up. Even Terminator. Ranked ahead of Terminator. Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. Never seen these. Vengeance trilogy. Sympathy for Mr. Vengeance. Old Boy, Lady Vengeance. All the directors... Huh?
I've got Old Boy. I've got
these are these are Korean films.
Yeah, Korean films. Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. I've got it all it recently. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good.
Scream 1 through 3. Nah. I didn't even like the first one, to be honest. Yeah, it was sort of like trendy. I don't know. Had all those like really annoying people in it. I don't know.
It's the right word for it.
Spider-Man trilogy? Ooh, the third one was so bad. We're talking the original, the Sam Raimi. By the third one, everyone... sorry, Raimi. By the third film, I think all of them had sort of... were sort of just... Right? They were just mailing it in at that point. I don't know.
Yeah, he tried to do too much. He tried to put way too much into that film as well. There's not enough space for those multiple characters that were in it.
Isn't that like the problem with most superhero films, is that they put too many villains in it? Like what? Like, they really should just... Come on, guys. One villain. That's it. That's all you need. You don't need multiple villains, guys. Come on.
The Evil Dead trilogy is interesting.
Which one? Evil Dead? Oh, we haven't gotten there yet. I'm sure it's on the list.
Yeah, because the Evil Dead 3, which is...
Army of Darkness.
Army of Darkness is the best one. That's definitely the best one.
Die Hard with a Vengeance. That's the third one.
Yeah, totally. The Die Hard trilogy is actually...
Pirates of the Caribbean. I would say that none of the movies are on the level of the first movie. That first movie was fantastic. They're decent. They're decent, but they're not as good. That first one was like magical.
In fact, they made it out based on...
Dude, honestly, if 2 and 3 were... If the first one was as good as the other two, they'd be fine. But that first one was really good. I don't know. Maybe I'm alone on that one. I just feel like it's a huge step down. It's a huge step down from the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie to the other two.
They didn't have to figure it out. They're going to get greedy. But we'll make at least 2 more. There'll be a 2-parter. So it'll work. Watch them in isolation. When you watch them together, they're fine. I went to watch 4 or 5 and then the kids recently. I bought the box set on Blu-ray. It was really cheap. Just watched them all. They're alright. As a whole piece. But yeah. World's End and the second one, I can't remember what it's called.
It's Stranger Tides? No, that's the fourth one. Dead Man's Chest is the second one. And what's the third one called? Something about the end of the world or something, or edge of the world, something like that. World's End. Yes, that's it. Yeah. I don't know. I just But yeah, they're fine. They're just not on the level of the. And I need to watch 4. I've never seen 4. I saw 5. Never seen 4. So I'll get to that. Aliens, Alien 3. Come on.
I mean, that's a solid trilogy, mate.
It is a solid trilogy. I would argue. I would argue that Alien and Aliens are a completely different genre of movie. It's funny.
Yeah.
They're about the same thing. They're both about aliens.
Yes, they are a different genre movie. Yeah.
But they're just. I mean, one is absolutely a Ridley Scott like moody, scary sci-fi thriller. And then Aliens is absolutely like a James Cameron action blockbuster movie. I must admit, I've never seen the third one.
Oh, you need to watch that. It's by, I think, Steven Soderbergh?
David Fincher.
Fincher, who obviously made one of the best movies of all time in Fight Club. So, it's a good movie, mate.
Yeah.
It's more like the first one. Yeah.
Who's in the third one? Is it the fourth one? Which one is Winona Ryder in?
Not the third one. Third one, she crashes on a funeral crash. Prison.
Oh, I need to watch it. I've never seen it.
I'm not going to tell you, you just need to watch it.
Okay.
It goes back to basics.
All right, we're in the top 10 now. The Evil Dead trilogy at number 10. Evil Dead 2, Evil Dead 3, Army of Darkness. before you start pelting me with words. You already know what I'm going to say, Ray's.
You're going to say you like the first one the best, don't you?
I'm going to say I've never seen them.
Okay. Yeah, they've. I mean, they're not for everyone. I'm honest, but they are. I just don't know.
You know what? I've seen the first one. I have seen the first one. When I was a teenager, I saw it at a girl's house. She had it on Laserdisc. It's black and white, right?
No.
It's not black and white?
No, Night of the Living Dead in black and white.
Dude, Night of the Living Dead scared the shit out of me. I was at my friend... Dude, okay, so I was watching it like at 3 in the morning at my friend's house. We'd drink Mountain Dew. I was like 14 years old. We'd drink Mountain Dew and stayed up all night, one of those nights, right? And we're in his living room watching this movie, right? And I'm like, dude, it's getting fucking late. And I tell my friend, like, this is like one of the most embarrassing moments, right? Because you're at that age, you don't want to look weak in front of your friends, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I told my buddy, hey man, can you walk me home? And I felt, like such a wuss, right? Saying that. But you want to know what's funny? Is when he walked me home, he brought a bat. Yeah. Which means he was scared too. So
yeah,
that was...
I don't think Evil Dead, the first one was black and white, but the thing with Evil Dead is the second one is a remake of the first one with the second half. Yeah. So it's kind of weird.
Isn't it like a remake?
Yes, it's a remake, but there's also like a second half to it, because the first one kind of stops and you don't really find out anything at all about what happens, if you know what I mean.
I need to watch those movies. Nino definitely has those movies.
Oh yeah, you got to watch them.
Why are we doing a regular rift again? I think I
just hit the button for the longest.
Number 9. The Matrix trilogy.
Yeah.
That's what everybody says. I've never seen them.
You've never seen any of them?
I saw the first one. My brother advised me, as a fan of the original. He was dude. Okay, when I say my brother was a fan of the Matrix, I mean he was a fucking fan of the Matrix. Okay. And he went to go see it like the night it opened, like midnight type of thing. And I was like, so when are we going to go watch it? He's like, don't bother. I was like, what? So I just never did.
Yeah.
I mean, for him to be that much of a fan. Really?
The second one just doesn't really... The whole thing they started with the story and the concept of it all and everything, it just doesn't quite deliver on that. And the third one is set way more in the real world rather than the actual Matrix. So that sort of changes it a bit.
You're kind of making me want to watch them now. Damn it. Should I? So is it worth a watch?
Yeah, absolutely. They're fucking really... The first one is one of the best films ever made. The second one, they sort of do the classic sequel trap where they go, right, we've got a big budget now.
Oh, yeah. Bigger and better.
Bigger,
I hate that.
You know, let's just expand Neo's abilities. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I love some of the scenes. That's incredible. All I'm going to say is that Morpheus cuts this Arctic lorry down the side of the samurai sword. This epic motorway chase.
Yeah.
And it's just such a cool, awesome, over the top but that's why you watch movies anyway, kind of scene.
Right. I think with the proper like expectation setting,
Yeah, that's the key
because
thing.
I've found that like whenever someone says a movie's terrible, and then I go and watch it, I usually go, that wasn't so bad. You know what I mean? But I think it's like you're so hyped because the first Matrix was so good, so you're like you want it. You know what I mean? That's when you. I mean, I don't know. You kind of have to.
You know, I don't think they thought they were going to make the sequel.
I think The Dark Knight's the only time that I went into a theater like hyped and still went whoa. You know, most times I'm like, okay, yeah, that either that met my expectation or it disappointed me or whatever the situation may be. But I think The Dark Knight was the first time where I was like watching the film and just going, holy shit. Like throughout the entire like I don't know, like the first few hours. Like I think I said I just kept looking over at my wife and just going, holy shit. Like and you know, I had that thought so many times of just like, wow, this movie's blowing me the fuck away. Like, holy crap. And aside from that, it's usually just, you know, hype and a little bit of a letdown or a lot of a letdown or just that was good. You know, I enjoyed that. Endgame was another one. Not Endgame, Infinity War. Where I was like, wow, they fucking did it. You know, wow, they fucking pulled it off. I didn't think they could.
Yeah, finally there was a payoff for flashing movies or whatever it was.
Yeah, and I liked Endgame. I know people had the time traveling thing. I thought it was fucking brilliant. A nice homage to the other movies. Like, it was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. But that's not a trilogy. So moving on from The Matrix, we have number 8, the Dollars trilogy. Fistful of dollars for a few dollars more. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah. Really? That's a lot of money. Holy smokes. I don't know, man. I own The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. I think that's the only one I own. I downloaded the second one. I have it somewhere. But yeah, I think the third one's the best, and that's a rare feat. And I'd say the second one is better than the first one as well. So I think that one, those movies got better, each one, which is a feat. Yeah. That is an absolute feat.
Yeah, it really is.
Moving on. Indiana Jones, number 7. Yeah, we did cover that. Number 6, the Bourne trilogy, covered that.
We did, yeah.
I would like to also honorable mention here with the Bourne movies is it was really jarring going from like the cinematography of the Bourne Identity to the shaky cam of the Bourne Supremacy. That's a hard turn for me. And also, like, you get really attached to the...
They released another one semi-recent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Jason Bourne, right?
Something like that, yeah.
I need to watch that one still.
Yeah.
No?
I mean, yeah, watch it, but it's just... No, it just didn't really... I just don't think it needed to exist. It just doesn't need to be there, really, to be honest.
It didn't need to happen?
Yeah.
Alright, that's fair. That's fair enough. Wow, so it's actually working. So rare. Godfather is number 5, the Godfather trilogy. We already covered that. I would like to mention, though, that I think it's crazy that part 1 and part 2 are just as good as one another. That's fucking insane. Because one is a goddamn masterpiece, and 2 is maybe a little less so. Really better? I would say it builds on it, huh? Pacino, it's got fucking Robert De Niro playing Vito. Like, fuck.
Is he in the first one?
Marlon Brando plays Vito in the first one, old Vito. And then Robert De Niro plays young Vito in the second one, because remember, the second one has the flashbacks. Which the flashbacks are a movie unto itself, which is fucking incredible. And then 3 is just a pile of puke. That's harsh. It's fine. It just doesn't compare to the other two.
Yeah, it feels alright.
Toy Story trilogy. I would say the Toy Story trilogy, the third one, is fucking great.
I was about to say that actually. Yeah, Toy Story.
I might even prefer it to the first one, but I prefer it because of the first one. Does that? I don't know. Two is really good too, but like, you know what I mean? Like 3 is like Good, the Bad, the Ugly. You don't have to watch anything else. 3 is just amazing. Toy Story 3 might be better than 1, but you need to watch 1 to get to 3. So yeah. Number 3, Back to the Future trilogy. We've talked about that more than any other movie. Number 2, the original Star Wars trilogy. We talked about that. Gee, what's number 1? It's got to be Lord of the Rings, right? It's got to be. Yep, number 1, Lord of the Rings. I don't know if I would say that's the best trilogy. It was definitely the most planned out.
It is the best all-round trilogy.
Yeah, because all 3 are fucking rock solid, huh? There it is.
What are we going for then? Come on, we've already up to 50 on the riffs already.
We're on 51 right now. Yeah, we're just climbing up the ladder. Climb that ladder, Monty. Getting late? I hear you yawning over there. Is it late? Oh shit! It's fucking 5 o'clock, dude. It's late.
That's alright. It's Saturday night for me, mate, and I've got a week off work. So.
Sweet. I have my sister's birthday party, but I could show up whenever. They're gonna do like, what is it? Bonfire with s'mores. So.
Alright.
Yeah, that's not like you have to show up at X time. You know what I mean?
Mm.
She said 6, but I'm like, dude, the sun's still up at 6. Well, for us it is. I don't know how it is there in Norwich, but the sun doesn't set here in the summer till about 8:30, dude. Yeah, it's fucking days are just long, dude. Because you got to think, if we were in the dead of winter right now, it'd be nighttime right now. Or for me, it's almost 5. So yeah, it'd be fucking sun would be setting. That's depressing, dude. I'm not missing the winter this summer. I'm really enjoying the summer. Probably because I'm not working. Just a real proper... did you guys in England, did you have summer vacations? Like the 3-month summer vacation? Or what was your school schedule like?
It's 6 weeks.
6 weeks? That's still pretty good.
It's still awesome, yeah.
But yeah, it's not 3 months. I mean, dude, that shit was like summer vacay. Oh yeah, like let's go. It just felt like, you know what I mean? And I remember getting like anxiety like in August because you're just like, fuck, 2 months have passed, or like a month and a half have passed.
Yeah. It's like a Sunday night.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hate that feeling. Yeah, Sunday nights are the worst. But you're on vacay, so you don't have to worry about that for a while.
Yeah, that's good.
Fucking, that's the best feeling, dude. You're just like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's what, like, what am I gonna watch? What am I gonna play? Where am I gonna go? What am I gonna eat? It's just fucking, just fucking goodness.
Yeah, exactly. So I think when I switch up on these conversations, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna watch that film.
Which one?
I think I need to watch. Well, I probably need to watch the Indiana Jones trilogy.
Yeah.
I probably need to watch at least one of the spaghetti westerns.
Go with the second one, man.
Yeah, I would.
I'm glad you're like another person that appreciates the second movie, because most people don't. They're like, nah, it was alright. It's
That
fucking...
fucking that pocket watch is what it's all about.
Yep, the pocket watch, exactly.
I made a song, a remix, kind of dance song that I did with the
Oh, really? Have you ever heard the Ecstasy of Gold remix?
Possibly is that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's really good. I forget who did it. It was somebody famous. Like, it was like in the mid 2000s, like 2005, somewhere around that time. Somebody made it. Yeah, it's fantastic. Those are like a sports commercial that had that song in it, and it was like, oh shit, it's fucking badass. I was gonna say too, like,
Matrix again as well, to be honest.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say, have you shown your kids these movies? Because you, as a dad, you have that extra responsibility. I was talking about this with Nino because he's like, I made my kids watch Flight of the Navigator, and I'm like, see, dude, like, you gotta, like, fuck yeah, dude, like, yes, show your kids Flight of the Navigator. They're gonna grow up to be good people.
Oh, thing, man. Yeah, this whole system we get taken through. You know. We're still on the 12 movies now. You know, 6 to 12. I'm trying to find the right 15 to watch with them. Just to kind of start notching. I tell you what, though, I watched King Kong with them tonight, and that's actually pretty harsh at times. That good.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it funny how you see things differently when you're watching it with your kids? You're just like, oh. But
right, it starts off and they get to that island, and then those fucking native people turn out and just stab that geezer straight through the chest with a spear out of nowhere.
You're just like, ah!
They're pretty freaky, man.
How old were you when you watched RoboCop?
Oh, well. When that came out, I was like 8 or 9.
Me too. Dude, so how old are your kids going to be when they watch RoboCop? Like fucking 21? At least? Yeah. 21, and you got to make sure, like, to, like, give Finn a couple beers first. Get him ready, prepared. Be like, this, son, it was a different time. Give him, like, the fucking, the Disney disclaimer. Some of these cultural references are outdated. The Leonard Maltin, like, disclaimer. Oh man, that's fucking funny. But have your kids seen the Indiana Jones?
I know I've watched at least one.
Okay, so you haven't done a proper viewing, is what you're telling me.
No, I ain't done a proper.
No, you definitely, that should be top of the list. And then if they don't dig it, you could always move on to National Treasure.
I watched that. Man, fuck it. Yeah, I was thinking actually. That's just one tap movie.
Yeah, he did.
Big time. One tap movie is terrible.
That's not good.
Just on that.
Okay, I need to spend this time. I absolutely have to spend these blood shards before we proceed.
Sort of debating when to show them the Matrix as well. It's not too bad that far. It's actually 15. Right?
No, I honestly feel like a lot of the like social commentary stuff will be lost on them anyway. You know what I mean?
Possibly.
Like they're not gonna. You know what I mean? Like when you were a kid and you watched certain things, you didn't fully grasp. You know what I mean? Like they're in the like you're like they're somewhere like there's a scene where they're like maybe having sex, but it's not gratuitous. And like you didn't even know that's what was happening. You know what I mean? You're like, oh yeah, they're in that room. And they come out all disheveled. Your brain doesn't know what that means. You know what I mean? But then as an adult, you go back and you're like, oh shit, that's what was happening. But what?
It's a 12 certificate.
Oh, is it? See, you guys have a completely different rating system. Let's see. What is it called? What is your movie rating system called?
I don't know.
Well, I googled England movie. It's called the BBFC. Has 6 tiers. So you guys have way more tiers than us. You have a universal rating, which is RG. So yours is universal, ours is general. That's the same thing. But the motion picture jumps from PG-13 to, wait, there's PG. Okay, so ours is G, general. Then there's PG, which is like parental guidance suggested, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have PG-13, which is like your Harry Potter films, right? And then, although, dude, some of those Harry Potter movies, like, people are getting fucking killed and shit. You're like, whoa. But then you have R. R is like adult, but not X. You know, X is like adult, right? And then you have NC-17. So those are the ratings here. R is like restricted. You know, you should have an adult with you, or at least be, you know. And obviously NC-17 is 17.
There's like basically every age gap. It's like PG, then it's like PG-13, and you've got 12. Which is a film in theory you can watch without the parental guidance. Then there's 15, and there's 18, and then I don't know.
There's one after 18?
No, I don't think there is one after 18. 18 is you've hit the ceiling. Anything goes after 18.
Jessith Skull Scythe. Is that the one you were talking about?
Yes.
The skellies do 400% damage. I just got the scythe. You still haven't gotten it? It's called a Skull Shield.
Yes.
Jessith Skull Shield. Say that 3 times fast.
Is it an offhand or is it a shield?
It's an offhand, but it is a shield. Offhand shield. Why don't you just craft a shield and upgrade it?
Mystery shield. Oh, well, I've been getting the offhand. I haven't been doing the mystery shield. I've been doing the mystery.
Oh my god, you've been doing the wrong one.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, the green though. I mean, I'm not sure how often she drops greens.
Well, dude, honestly, the best way to get the greens is to take a yellow, make a shield, and then convert it to a legendary. There aren't many legendary shields, so the averages are on your side. How many Death's Breath do you have? If you have like 400 or 500, it's worth a shot. I have 143 Death's Breath, so I'm going to do it twice. Because it's about 25 a pop, right? Also, my god, so many Paragon points. Like 6 Paragon points each slot. So yeah, I'm gonna buy an offhand mystery shield. Oh, got it first try. Just kidding.
Oh,
It's the green. I was gonna say that I got the green, but no, I didn't. I did not. I absolutely did not.
Are you crafting one?
No, I'm buying the shield off Kadala. It's only I got it. Are you fucking kidding me? I got it. I got it, dude.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
They're only 25. The shields are only 25.
Yeah, I got no points left.
Sweet. So I should throw that on for my Skelly, yeah?
Absolutely, you should throw that on. Jesus.
But I'm going to lose my fucking 41% damage against elites. But we pop those elites. We pop those elites so... But the one in the cube that I have now is giving me 400% damage to my Nova Bomb. Or my Nova... Yeah, I can't.
Is it the weapon?
Yeah, it's the weapon one. No, it's the weapon one, dude. It's the furnace. I can't. It's all right. It's only against elites, and we're popping those elites pretty bad. So, if that becomes an issue, then you know what I mean. What did you put on your helmet? Which gem?
I've still got a red on mine.
For the XP?
But I might change that now, to be fair. You've brought that up.
Cooldown is not necessary. Extra gold is not necessary. Life. Amethyst gives you life. That might be good.
Yeah.
Rather than XP. I don't know. Just a thought. I'm gonna keep it red for now.
Wow, that's a good win. You now raise an additional skeletal money cost and the last additional force.
Check it out, dude. I got him on. I got the set. So I'm rocking 3 different green sets right now. I have the Jessith's arms. Where the fuck?
That's why I do it. You'll be fucking record now.
Yeah, I could put a socket on. Can you put a socket on the offhand? I don't know if you can.
Yeah, you can.
Vitality, resist all elements, life. But it's not that useful, I'd imagine. But it says, according to this, when the target of your command dies, your skeletons are automatically commanded to attack a nearby target. While your skeletons are commanded to attack a target, you deal 400% increased damage. Wow. Yep. Not you, not the skellies, you.
So if that's stacking and all these other buffs you're getting.
Oh my god, yeah, that's stacking with the 150% I'm getting from my rings. It's stacking with the 5% or the 15% extra I'm getting from the necklace. That gives me the 5 extra stacks of bone armor. Interesting. Yeah, this is good. I just need a belt to synergize. My belt doesn't really synergize with this. It's just with every attack you throw a dagger at a nearby enemy for 556% weapon damage is physical. Huh?
Basic.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't synergize. I do need synergy on my belt, or I would like synergy. I'd imagine to push as far as...
Yeah, there's definitely one there for sure.
There's gotta be. I still haven't looked up a build because we're doing so well. It's like, why even fucking just keep going until you need to? So we did a 51, so 52.
Hang on.
Okay, no worries. Novice. I'm excited to try this though.